So we're entering a new year here, and there's a lot of good things that are coming in for 2026. What is something that would be very valuable is to allow yourself to let go of any last traces of kind of emotional baggage that has been affecting you throughout 2025. So if there's any kind of problems, maybe you had some kind of loss in your life, whether it be like a loss of a relationship, a loss of a job, a loss of health, a loss of some kind of connection, something in your life that had been lost, and there was a lot of emotional processing that had to go through it, a lot of integration that you had to go through the end of this year. Just understand that this energy has served its purpose, it's served its time, and that everything from here forward, moving into 2026, is gonna be an increase in your life, an increase in finances, an increase in relationships, an increase in prosperity and well being, and a sense of fulfillment. And this is all occurring as this end of this year, 2025, is coming to a close. So I feel a lot of relief coming for you here in this next year. And all it is asked is that you have belief within yourself that a new life that is coming in for you, the way it shows up for you, that this life is welcomed by you. Welcomed by you. And whether or not you can really, really feel the amount of change or the amount of the shift that's occurring in this new year, just understand that how you feel now about it compared to what you're going to feel at the end of the year next year is going to be tremendously, tremendously different, because of the experiences that are coming in 2026 for you are going to develop you into such a stronger person, stronger in your finances, stronger in your relationships, stronger in your self-esteem, stronger in your confidence, stronger in your spirituality and your connection with God and everything else, that brings a very profound feeling of fulfillment into your life. There's going to be a lot of service that's going to be coming into this new year for you, that you're going to be a part of communities in ways that you've never been before, whether that be in person or online or some other kind of organizations. This is coming in for you as well. You're meant to have a very profound impact in some of these organizations and the way that you show up in them. So God is just saying that it's a good time to really allow yourself to be more recognizing of your talents and your abilities and the good qualities that you have, the good characteristics that you have as an individual. You're someone with a lot of integrity. You're someone with a lot of patience. You're someone with a lot of ease and flow. This is something that you've developed over the past events that have just transpired for you, a lot of them that happened in 2025. There could have been a lot of emotional releasing. It could have been heartbreak. It could have been even achievements where like a lot of good things came into your life. Either what I'm feeling is that you had a lot of good things come into your life in 2025, new opportunities, new relationships, new things, or you've gone through a period of your life in 2025 where there was a lot of removal of energies that were no longer serving you. This could have been due to relationships that were just causing a lot of pain, a lot of frustration, a lot of irritability, a lot of sadness, a lot of sorrow, a lot of grief, shame, guilt. There's some habits perhaps too that you let go of that were tying you down to low self-esteem and low self-worth. And there are other energetic blocks that I feel have been processed through 2025. So what's been coming in the past few days is just this idea of, as the mind continues to go through the day and you feel yourself being called back to things of 2025, people in 2025, situations in 2025, that whether it harmed you, it hurt you, or even if there were really good experiences, God is just saying to leave all of that, whether it be good or bad, leave all of that behind in 2025. 2025 is over. 2026 here, the amount of growth that's going to happen in it, it's going to be, it's going to overshadow 2025 by a long shot. So when you look back into your future, you will remember 2025. What I'm feeling is that you'll remember 2025 only whenever you think about it. But 2026 is going to be so powerful, and there's going to be so much beautiful things that come into 2026 that the year 2026 is what's going to stick out in your head and in your mind far beyond 2025. Like 2025 will be almost something that you have forgotten of what you've gone through and what had happened that year, because of all the good things. They're going to overshadow that year coming into 2026 for you. And this is just a very profound, pivotal point in your journey of empowerment, of prosperity, of abundance, of success, of wealth, of ease, of allowing life to flow for you, through you, within you, for you to be able to contribute back to the world in many ways, financially, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, through social matters, through different kind of causes. There's a lot of good things that your heart is being able to tap into right now through this shift into the new year, where the profound impact of your purpose is really going to start being realized. And it's only going to extend and increase over these next 10 years. So what I'm feeling is that you may not see it now or understand it now, but this is going to be like what I'm feeling is the moment before exponential increase in your life, where you see that chart just kind of exponentially going up in, again, all aspects of your life, your health, your wealth, your spirituality, your relationships, all these beautiful things are being turned up in your favor. God is just looking at all aspects of your life because of what you've gone through and what you've done and what you've chosen to hold true to your integrities throughout 2025. There's a lot of situations where you could have done things that would have set you down another path, where 2026 would have been a little bit more difficult, but you've done the work that was proper for you to do in 2025, and now this is the year of blessings. 2026 is a year of blessings for you. So this does call you to become a more empowered version of yourself. Throughout this whole year, there's going to be more growth. You're going to learn better ways to take care of your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your financial health. Like, there's going to be a lot of increase in this next phase of your life. But the foundation is being built so firmly that it's unshakable. Like, you're not going to go back to whoever it is that you were or what you've experienced before in the past. There's this big resistance, this big prevention. It's almost like anything that would come into your life to tear you down or bring you down or take you back to some energetic experience or era of your life that you had before that wasn't serving of you, like, that's been prevented, that's blocked. So you're not able to go back into past times of your life emotionally, energetically, that are difficult and hard and struggle and strain and stress. There's going to be action that you're going to be taking in 2026, but it's going to be inspired. It's going to feel enlivened. It's going to lift you up. It's going to be a blessing. You're going to see like your life as a blessing, not as something that you have to show up for, but it's something that you get to show up for. Like, now you're going into 2026 with the idea of you get to show up for your life because your life is that good, because of the good things coming into your life, because of the changes that you made, because you chose to have integrity for yourself and not go to past habits, behaviors, addictions, people's, things that were keeping you bound. For some of you, it could have been years or decades even. But 2025 was this final release of all this other things that happened in your life previously. So again, you could have already had some very good, beautiful things come into your life. at the end of 2025, but just know that 2026 is like something that's going to be so fundamentally more important and grand than 2025 ever was. So you're going to look back on 2026 and just be like, wow, like the amount of changes in the shift, how quickly that things changed for you in your life. You're going to look back and be like, okay, this is like what happens when you follow a life that is rooted in morals and values and self-respect and dignity, having boundaries, having non-negotiables, showing up for yourself in every day, even when you don't feel like it sometimes, showing up and understanding that putting in the consistent actions of a person who shows up in the world in a way that deserves to be treated prosperously. You're someone who's showing up in the world as someone who deserves to be treated prosperously. And that's why God has given you things in your life prosperously, holding to, again, this sense of identity of who you are, how you will be treated by people, how you show up for other people. These actions have really called into a very profound energy of responsibility in your life because you're showing up in a responsible fashion. So you're going to see opportunities come to you that will allot you more responsibility. But the responsibility for you is also going to be tied to the sense of empowerment because you understand that you're also able to hold this responsibility because you're one of the few people that can actually hold such responsibility and facilitate the appropriate decisions that are necessary for that responsibility to be taken care of in the most fundamental way, in the most powerful way. It's like you've been given the ability to make the decision of many, 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 many people. But because you're doing it for the betterment of everyone, you're doing it for like the right ways, the right intentions. You're here for the growth of all the people around you in whatever way that is. And you're continuing to grow. And the way that you're able to show up for people continues to increase. So the way that you're able to show up for people nowadays is going to be different than the way you're going to show up for them here in 6 months time, in 6 years time, because you're going to have more capacity, you're going to have more ability, you're going to have more resources, you're going to have more confidence, you're going to know more about yourself. But it's like you're learning how to take care of yourself right now. And this conditioning of yourself to treat yourself as someone who is of high value, someone who is of high capacity, someone who is of high intelligence, someone who is a high honor, of high regard, that their word holds value, that their word holds meaning, that they show up in life how they say they're going to show up in life, giving as much as you can to the best of your abilities every single day, continuing to grow. People see this within you. People want to work with you. People want to have a life with you, to grow with you because of that mindset that you have. Because you're such a beautiful person and you speak beautiful things into this world. You're here to grow. Grow yourself and grow others and grow everything around you. And God is seeing to it that this is happening for you in 2026. So just keep that in mind, that everything else that still may be trying to linger, it's not going to be able to last. But whatever's trying to linger from 2025 to come into 2026, this is where the official parting of ways is. This is it. This is like finally officially parting ways. And it can try to come and peek its head in this new year, but you're past the point that that's going to be able to take effect in your life. I feel like there's just it's like a very, very, very intense wall of protection around you right now in your life because of what you have to come and bring this world. So a lot of good things are coming into this new year for you. A lot of beautiful things coming into this new year for you. So that's a really short message, just a reminder that the old gets to stay in the past, and the past does never have to be picked up again in any way that's going to be disempowering for you. You can pick up your past to use it for things that are going to be able to serve humanity through the story that you have, because your story is very, very powerful. But this is a time to keep the story of your past in the past until it needs to be brought up for a beneficial reason to help out someone else. Other than that, keep focused on the growth, the achievement, and the opportunities that God's bringing to you in this life, this new era, this new life of yours. So I love you guys. You guys take care. You have a good end of your year, and you have a happy 2026. I'll catch you then.